Okay, so good afternoon, everybody, or good morning, or where are we now? It could be good evening, even wherever you may be. So, welcome to today's edition of True Temperance International. And yeah, we have a title on there, don't we, Charlene? New Year, New Me, right?
Yes, indeed.
Okay, but is it going to be a new me, or is it going to be the same one as there was like last week? Okay, so we're going to discuss a little bit about that today. And we are also going to be sharing with you some winter wellness tips. Really important at this time of the year to make sure that our wellness is well, okay? Our being, our body, our physique, our mental, spiritual, physical, emotional health is in good shape. Um, so yeah, I said who I am. I'm Sharon, and also on hosting for you today is
Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Charlene.
okay. All right. And if it's any of you, it's your first time on True Temperance International, we are part of a team, and we put these health programs on. And as Shirley was saying earlier, before we went live on air, we're planning to do these once a month, the first Saturday or first Sabbath of each month. And we may do a few interspersed, like we might do specials from time to time. But stay posted on our Telegram groups and any other groups that you may have us on. And look for our website. We'll keep it updated, but we'll tell you a bit more about that. But we'll be posting when we're having our shows. So today we are moving on with our winter wellness tips. So if I move on to the next slide, is it going to work? Okay, so last time on the TTI Family Health Show, that was in December. It was the 16th of December. So it was a whole year. Well, it wasn't a whole year ago. It was last year. We had a really good show, actually, because it had been a long time. It had been before Kev and Lee that we did our previous show, and we used to do them every week, believe it or not. So yeah, so it was our last show was before that was August. So we did a reflection of all the shows from 2023 that we had. We had at least 12 family health shows. So we went, just briefly went through them saying what we did. And we also shared with you an insight to some of our local community engagements. What else did we do, Shirley?
The juicing.
Okay. And before the juicing, there's the bullet point just above it.
What did we do before the juicing?
It's the bullet point, second to last bullet point on the screen in front
Oh,
of you.
sorry. It's on there. Looking back of our blessings of Keffinley
Yeah, so we
2023.
and it was really good. We had a nice time reviewing some of the images from last year's Kevin Lee. It was brilliant. Can we better it? I don't know, but it was good. And then yes, we did two practical demos. So what? Oh, Shirley, you can speak briefly about what you did, and mine's going to be very brief.
Well, what it was for last month, we looked at food, well, demonstrations that can help when it comes to our mental health. So I did juicing, and it was fruits, vegetables. So it was apple, kale, carrot, ginger. Well, actually, I used my ginger oil because I didn't have any ginger, but it was foods that can help boost our brain health, foods that can boost our mood, especially during this time of year when um this time of year is when people are usually um maybe sad, lonely, dark. It's dark outside, it's cold. So yeah, it was foods just to boost us up a bit. And it'll be the same thing again today because January is usually a long month for people. Some people depressing month. So it's still looking at these ways to help to look positive and to cheer up.
Thank you, Shirley. And I did a demo on steaming because there's a lot of coughs, colds. I know COVID is back. More people are coming down with it in work. And so, but anyway, if you were interested in going back, we do have our YouTube channel. So please feel free to go to YouTube, type in True Temperance International, and you'll find our show from last week and all the others that we've got on there. There'll be something for everybody. And that was last week. So yeah, Happy New Year. I can say that. Okay, so we're going to talk a little bit about goal setting for 2024. You know, do we set goals that are achievable as challenges? Or do you easily get frustrated because maybe within the first, even before the first day's up, you've broken some of those resolutions? Some people set resolutions. Some people don't like to call them that. So this is going to be a bit of interaction here. And so if anyone would like to share anything they've done with regards to goal setting or any resolutions, I can stop the share if we've got a bit of a conversation going. If not, I'll just leave the share on there. Screen share, that is. Does anybody like the idea of New Year's resolutions? Or has anyone set any? Anybody? Somebody? So that means nobody likes to set New Year's resolutions. Am I right? Oops.
I don't tend to do it at all. I just live each moment and allow the spirit to lead. I don't know if it's a good thing or a bad thing, but no, I don't do it.
Who's that?
Martha.
Oh, that's Martha. Okay. Why don't you?
I don't know. I guess it's a more of a worldly thing. I know at the end of the year, everybody set these challenges. I'm gonna go to the gym. I'm gonna get slimmer. I'm gonna, I don't. I normally have a prayer in my heart to live better and to be more like Jesus every year, and that's more of a prayer thing. I don't make lists, and maybe it's because I'm not very what's the word, consistent. Maybe that's one of the reasons. But I just allow the spirit to lead, really.
Yeah. Okay. Thank you. Thank you for sharing, Martha. Thank you for sharing that. I know from, oh yes, Ashanti.
I haven't set any New Year's resolutions so far.
You've never set any before?
I have before, but this time, no, I haven't.
And you know, when you have set resolutions before, do you manage to keep them?
No.
I think there's a regular trend here, you know, like we have resolutions, we set them. Let's see, there's another hand before I say anything more about that. Who else have we got?
Simi.
Yeah, go ahead.
Hi, I don't set resolutions, but I set kind of like a list, basically of like my achievements and goals, what I want to achieve, and then I do it January the 1st, and then next year I'll look at the list and then basically see what I've accomplished, and then basically just review it again. But then I kind of saw this other thing on the TV, which was on the internet, which was quite good. Kind of like a goal setting, but kind of break it up into different targets, because I just do a list form, like basically I want to do ABC, but then this other thing that I see on the internet is basically say break it down like financial, health, whatever, and then kind of set goals like that. But I think I just do it because it's something that you just want to kind of accomplish and achieve for that year, and something to look forward to and work to.
Okay, that's good. That's good. So you do set targets, but you don't necessarily call them resolutions.
Yeah, because I think resolutions is just kind of the same thing. Like, I don't know, I think resolutions is the same thing as like goals as well, isn't it? Because resolutions will say, I want to go to the gym, the same as like a goal. I just think resolutions are the same as goal. I don't know what the difference is, but I thought they're kind of the same. But yeah, I just kind of do it the same way, but I don't call it resolutions. Kind of, it's like my achievements list or goals.
Yeah. Okay, I like that. I know I was listening to Adventist Radio London in the mornings on my way to work, And I don't know if any of you listened, but Josephine, she was on there and she was saying, you know, why wait until the new year to make a change? You know, you could have the next day or the next week, or, you know, every day is a new day, and God gives us new mercies every day. And so therefore we don't have to wait until December the 31st to say, right, that's it, tomorrow I'm going to be different. You know, and as someone said earlier, they resolution seems to be like considered, I don't know, to them a worldly term. But yeah, God is with us and he can help us as we go through life to make changes, positive changes in our lives. I just thought I'd just mention that because this is a time when a lot of people do try and do things like, okay, I'm going to go to the gym so many times. I'm going to go for walks. I'm going to make sure my water drinking regime. And then if it doesn't quite work, they may feel really bad about it and then wait until the next year. But you don't have to do that. Okay, so you can set challenges, and that's something that we do on True Temperance International. We do set challenges. They are achievable, but sometimes, you know, they're more difficult than others. And that's where trusting God comes in, because we do have to ask God to help us with our various challenges, our goals, the things that we want to do to improve our lives physically, spiritually, mentally, and emotionally. So before I go into the next slide, I'll just take Ashanti's hand and then we can move on.
But also, just to cut you, you know, I think the reason when they say in the new year, because a new year, you know, is kind of everything is new. I know you can do it any time, but when it's a new year, it's kind of, you know, you're 1 year older, it's just kind of a time to review everything, you know, because when you say every week, yes, you can have those targets. But I think when they say New Year's resolutions, because it's kind of a new, clean, fresh slate, fresh start.
You can consider it that. And I'm not saying there's anything wrong with that. But sometimes people feel really bad when they've not done it. You know, I might say, okay, so I'm going to give up biscuits. And then it's New Year, somebody brings in a tin of biscuits to work, or it's somebody's birthday, or a patient is really grateful and they bring us like a tin of biscuits. And you say, no, I'm not going to have it. And then it happens again another time, or, you know, someone's celebrating something and you feel, oh no, I wasn't supposed to have that. And you kind of feel really bad, and then you may end up slipping back into the old ways. So, but just if you have slipped, it doesn't mean that it's the end. It just means, okay, you can make another start. You know, okay, except there was a hurdle, we tripped on that hurdle, but we still have the rest of our lives. We don't know how long we might not even live to see 2025. So let's make the best of the time that we have each day.
Yeah.
Okay. Ashanti, was you going to say something?
Yeah, I'm just wondering if you've set New Year's resolutions. Have you set one?
I've set a personal goal. I'm not going to share that one, but I have set a personal goal, and that's between me and God. And what else have I wanted to do? Well, we'd like to keep up our True Temperance International shows each month. That's something that we definitely don't want to let that go. And I just suppose just to be more, listen to the Holy Spirit more. Listen to the Holy Spirit more. Sorry, Edgar, you had a hand. Were you going to say something? Okay. All right.
Sorry, can I also ask, what's the difference between a resolution and a goal?
I don't know.
That's what I mean. I think they're the same thing. Yeah.
I don't know, but if you talk about goal setting, I suppose there's the connotation with New Year's resolution. Oh, you're going to break it. Some people do achieve it, and that's great. You know, well done to them. But a lot of people, even with challenges, you know, but if you give yourself a challenge, you might give yourself a challenge for like a week, or maybe a month, or for this, you know, like for the next 2 weeks, I'm going to do this, and you do it. Whereas resolutions tends to be something that you're going to change long term, and you almost make it more difficult to achieve. But I'm not saying it's impossible, but yeah, okay. Edgar was saying sometimes New Year's resolutions can be unrealistic. So yeah,
it's just what Sonia put in the chat. Resolutions tend to fail. usually lip service, but setting written goals with actions favors better than with accountability gets results. But
Thank
the
you.
one thing what we have to remember or even do is just how Sonia said resolutions tend to fail, and you mentioned it as well, Sharon, is that we're not doing it in our strength for those who are Christians, and because of course we say resolutions more like worldly type of things what people do, but goal settings, but we pray and ask God, we place the goals and then send it off to God, give it to him, and it's within with his strength that we'll be able to achieve our goals.
Yeah, I like that. Is this Sonia Barnes?
It sure is.
Hey, Sonia, lovely to have you with us as well as everybody else. But not seen you for a while, missed you. We missed you this year. And Edgar says to say Happy New Year to you. He's right here beside me. Right then, so the next slide, you saw it briefly, and we are talking a little bit about goal setting on this one. Oops. How did I go forwards? I don't know. Anyway. Right. So yes, so we have just to remind you that we do have our Facebook page. Those of you who are on Facebook, my daughter's going to be updating that, so she'll be putting newsletters on there and weekly challenges. So we have a challenge. We had a challenge last week. I hope it's going to let it go on for at least another 3 days or so, because I haven't done it yet. Is there anyone on here that's been on the Facebook and seen the challenge? No? Okay, so my challenge to you is, if you have Facebook, go on there, see the updates we've got on there, and try the challenge. And then when you come on next month, you can tell us how you got on with the challenge. I'm going to do it. I'm definitely going to do it. And I'm not even going to tell you what it is because I want you to find out for yourselves. I really do. Is there anybody on here who says who doesn't have Facebook and they would like me to tell them what the challenge is? Okay, right. So we're all able to do that. Those of you who are on YouTube, sorry?
No, I'm not able to do that.
You're not able to do that. Okay.
No, my Facebook account has been down for the whole year. I haven't put it back up yet.
Oh no. Okay. Well, sorry? Edgar says that can be your New Year's resolution, to put your Facebook back on. Okay. Well, we could message you privately in the chat so that you can find out what the challenge is and you can have a go. But then that doesn't quite work. Should I just tell them, Edgar? Just tell everyone. Okay, but still go on the Facebook group anyway. And the challenge is, even at this time of the year, contrast showers. Okay. Contrast showers. So please feel free, have a go. Your body will say thank you. Obviously, there's certain conditions where you wouldn't do it, like if you're got open wounds, a weak heart, and things like that. So if you're not sure, just search it up and see if your condition is if it's a contraindication. Okay, we also have our website and our Instagram pages. So please go on there and you will find that there's a few changes on there, things that have been updated. So tune in and try and keep up to date with our newsletter. And what's happening next time, Shirlene?
By God's grace, we will be having Brother Scott Turner next month, the first Sabbath. So Scott Turner, those who whether you probably traveled to Europe or traveled to America or even came to Kevin Lee last year, you would have met Scott Turner. So he will be finishing off our winter type of winter wellness, finishing off for the winter. So yeah, he'll be with us in February. Okay.
And he does have his ministry, Herbs for Food. So I'm sure he'll share a little bit about that with us then. He has been on TTI before.
Yeah.
This was before Kevin Lee. In fact, it was a while ago, actually. quite a while ago. So you could always go on again on our True Temperance International YouTube channel, type in his name, and you can hear his presentation. That's a bit of homework for you and me, because I can't remember what it was about. But it will be on there, and it was probably something to do with herbs. So if you find out and you remember, message me. And then you can, you might even get a prize, who knows? I might be feeling generous. So that's next time on the Family Health Show. So could you just share the disclaimer before we do today's first demo, Shirley?
Okay, so only a professional health practitioner can diagnose or treat medical conditions. Any information discussed on the True Temperance International Family Health Show is for educational and informational purposes only. Please continue to seek professional medical advice from your GP or health practitioner regarding any disease you may be suffering from.
Okay, thank you for that, Shirley. I'm stopping share because I need to open up a different presentation. Okay, so it will be this one. And okay. So, the demo that I'm going to be doing with you today is to do with moods, your immunity, and enhancing your skin. And as you can see on there, it looks like we've got a lovely avocado smoothie with blueberries. So before I dive into the demo, I'm just going to share with you some of the benefits of the different ingredients that are going to be in this recipe. So starting off with the skin. So the ingredients in this smoothie makes it filling enough to stand in for a meal, and also it works well with avocado. So if there's individuals that are thinking, okay, I'm going to go on maybe a juice or a smoothie fast for maybe one day, or substitute a solid meal for a liquid meal, they may want to use a smoothie. And often when people do that, they can start to feel a bit hungry. So with the avocado, it's got good fiber in there. There's bananas in there that's got good fibers. It's going to help you to feel full for longer and less likely to snack. So that's good. And avocados are great for promoting healthy, glowing skin. There are antioxidants in the recipe, such as vitamin C, which could be used to help remove toxins from your body and fight inflammation, which is one of the causes for many of our illnesses, inflammation. The autoimmune diseases, often it's inflammation related. The fiber that I did say was in everything that's in the recipe, apart from the plant-based milk. The fiber, that is another inflammation fighter and helps to improve your circulation in your blood and the food circulation in your body as well. It helps to boost the supply of oxygen and the nutrients going towards your skin cells. And there's also fats. Sometimes people say, oh, I can't have avocado, it's fat, but it's healthy fats. It can help your skin to hold on to water and to stay moisturized. You can have dry skin. There may not be enough fats in your diet, or the wrong type of fats. Okay, so even if you're not looking to boost your skin's appearance, though, this smoothie, avocado smoothie, is an excellent one to have in your healthy meal routine. So sometimes people say avocado in smoothies, really? But if you're asking, are they good? Yes, they are. They're very satisfying. It's very rich and smooth. And with the banana and the tart blueberries, it's naturally sweet and creamy. So it's nice. You could have it like a replacement for a dessert even. So, some people may have a dessert as a meal. You can have this because it's got the only sweetness I'm going to be using is the banana. And that's why you need a ripe banana. So I'm looking at my banana thinking, I'm not sure that you're ripe enough. Okay. It's higher in calories. So this avocado banana smoothie is higher in calories, And as a result of the high calorie ingredients, but then they also are good calories. So some people may say, yeah, it's too calorie rich, but it's good calories. Each of the ingredients, they're nutrient dense, so packed with nutrients, and that helps to keep you fuller for longer, as I said earlier. So again, reducing the chances of snacking shortly after drinking it. There's lots and lots of nutrients, as I said. In avocado, you've got vitamin C, vitamin E, vitamin K, and B6. The B vitamins are good for the brain. Avocados are also a good source of omega-3 fatty acids. Anybody know what omega-3 is good for? The brain. Okay. It's full of fiber and healthy fats, as we said, and contains 0 cholesterol in avocado. So ideally you want to use ripe avocados, but not the ones that are too ripe and they're starting to go mushy. One thing I tend to do is if I have a lot of avocados and they're going ripe at the same time, I'll cut them in half. I don't know if you can see here, but I've got this in a freezer bag. And what you can do is you can freeze them. And then before you're ready to use them, just take them out for about an hour, allow them to soften, and then you can scoop them out of the skin. So that's another way of preserving your avocados if you've got too many that ripe at the same time. And you can use them for other things as well. You can use them for hair, for skin products, as well as eating them. Blueberries are packed with antioxidants like vitamin C, anthocyanin, and other vitamins and minerals, iron, calcium, and zinc. And these offer benefits for both the bones and the skin. Frozen blueberries in smoothies are a great substitute for ice, and that keeps the smoothie nicely chilled without diluting its flavor. So if you want to use ice, great, it's nice and cool, but then it dilutes it. And so it's like you're adding water to the smoothie, which I'm not saying there's anything wrong, but if you want to keep that flavor, you may want to freeze. You can either freeze the blueberries or the bananas. Speaking of bananas, they add the creaminess factor to the smoothie recipe, as well as extra fiber and tons of potassium. Does anyone know what potassium's good for? Just give me one thing. I think I may have mentioned it earlier, actually. Potassium. Shanti, yeah?
Is it good for the bones? And the
I know
immune system?
it's going to be good for the immune system. I'm not sure about the bones. I was thinking more of the heart. But perhaps somebody else could tell us if it's good for bones, but not potassium. Okay. Not sure. I'll have to look that one up, Ashanti, but thank you for that. Edgar says he's going to look it up. And also potassium for the bones. And also the bananas is the sweetness. That's all you need. But if your banana's not as ripe, you might want to add a couple of teaspoons of a sweetener, plant-based sweetener, such as, all sweeteners going to be plant-based, but honey, maple syrup, agave, or something like that to taste. And not much longer now. The benefits of the ingredients: continued spinach. I also like to sneak in some greens there sometimes because it's another way to get the benefit for the blood. And you can also get extra iron, vitamin K, and folate. If you don't have spinach, you can swap it for another dark leafy green vegetable of your choice, or you can use dried powdered greens, which I have today. And the other one is almond butter. That's extra healthy fats and fiber, and it also gives you a dose of vitamin E, magnesium, and riboflavin. You can swap the almond butter for a different nut butter if you enjoy others, or if you don't like almonds, or you're maybe allergic to almonds. And if you haven't got almond butter, you can just use whole almonds if you've got a high-speed blender and blend it up completely smooth. And that way you can make your own kind of nut butter. And that will, if it's nice and smoothy, if it's a smooth blend, sorry, it stops it from being grainy. And there's flaxseed in this that helps to thicken the smoothie and contributes additional minerals, vitamins, omega-3s. You could also use chia seeds or hemp seeds if you wanted to, if you don't have flax seeds. Almost there. I've seen your hand, Ashanti. I'll come back to you. The milk, I would normally like to go for almond milk in lots of smoothie recipes, but today we've got oat, and I do like that one as well. So oat milk. So whichever plant-based milk you want to use, or you can make your own cashew milk or something like that. And then cinnamon. Yeah, I've got the right spice. Cinnamon, just a hint of that warm spice, and that complements the blueberries. It's a real nice kick. I'm sure there's going to be medicinal benefits in the cinnamon as well, but you only need a little bit. So the ingredients are, oh yes, Ashanti, your hand.
Okay, I've looked at what potassium is good for, and it says the nerves and the muscles, as well as the heart.
Nerves, muscles, and the heart, and that's for potassium.
Yeah.
Okay, brilliant. Thank you for that. See, we're learning. Okay, so I'm wondering if Edgar's going to be able to use the camera. We may have to swap for when I actually do the blending. But anyway, we'll just go through the ingredients because I'm going to do the demo. So we may need to hold the camera. Okay. Yeah, so the ingredients are 1/2 cup of unsweetened plant-based milk and 1 cup of fresh spinach or the powdered power greens, a medium ripe banana peeled, 1/2 a ripe avocado peeled and pitted. Oh, I haven't even cut this avocado. Would you be able to do that for me, please? And 2 cups of frozen blueberries, 1 tablespoon of ground flaxseed, 1 tablespoon of almond butter, and 1/4 of a teaspoon of cinnamon or a shake. Okay, so, oh, I've got even more information on the benefits of the avocado. Well, you can take a screenshot because I'm not going to say much more about that, other than the fact that sometimes avocado can taste a bit bland. But if you pair it with the right ingredients in this recipe, it will taste delicious and luxurious. Okay, so you can have it with the blueberries, like I said. That helps to liven up the more mild avocado. 1/2 of that is fine. Yeah, thanks. And it also will cover up the green color, the blueberries or any other berries that you may choose to use. And just a little bit more about the rest of the ingredients. You've got mood improvers, because in the winter we are talking about trying to help you to have a positive mood, especially with the dark, short daylight hours. So the avocado, blueberries, and spinach, or the greens, will help you with omega-3 for your heart, brain, skin, and joints. There's an answer there for a question that I think I said earlier. There's also triosine, which is used in the production of important brain chemicals, your neurotransmitters. You know, the hormones, dopamine, epinephrine, norepinephrine, and that helps to improve your attention, your alertness, and your focus. And that you'll find in the avocado and the bananas. And quercetin, which is an antioxidant and an anti-inflammatory, it has those effects, and you will find that in the blueberries. And it takes about 5 minutes to prep. Just put everything in your blender in the order listed, and then blend until smooth. So I've just put there, if you like a thicker smoothie, add a small handful of ice. And if you want it thinner, then add a bit more plant-based milk and enjoy. And there's the nutrients. And I think that's where I got the recipe from. So I'm going to stop the share and then get making. Okay. Right. You stop the share. So Edgar, could you give me a little bit of assistance, please, with the camera? I'm not sure if Shirley, are you able to? Not sure which camera he's using. Pardon? Oh, the one that's called Edgar's laptop. Is that on your phone? You think so? I'm not sure. Okay, when he puts the camera on, you'll see which one he's using. And is there any? Which one's that then? Okay. If you just move it to where I am, and then she'll be able to see which one she needs to pin.
Edgar.
Is it the one that's called Edgar?
Yes.
Okay, that's fine. Okay. So just waiting for him to put the camera on. Okay, whilst he's doing that, I could just start anyway. So place all the ingredients in the blender in the order listed. So we need half a cup of almond milk. So we've only got a little bit more time. So, well, I said almond milk. This is oat milk. Okay. So just switch the camera on and point it at me. Have you got it? Sorry, please bear with us.
Sharon, you're both muted. Edgar's laptop and Edgar's phone.
Okay. Right. Is that okay?
Yes, that's it.
Brilliant. Thank you. We got there. Right. So, if Edgar, you could just bring the phone in a bit closer because you can see everything. Okay. Right. So you should have the I put in half a cup of milk in there, and then we need the spinach. Now I don't have a handful of spinach, fresh spinach. So what I'm going to use instead are my power greens, and I'll use a scoop. A scoop's probably a bit too much. I'll use a teaspoon, a heaped teaspoon of power greens in there. Okay, and that's there. And then the next thing I'm going to add is the banana. So here we have a banana. It should be peeled already, but there we go. I'm sure you all know the benefits of having a ripe banana. As I said, this is the only sugar that's going in. And then we should have half an avocado, which I'm looking for. Edgar's prepared for me earlier. Okay, let me just hold the camera. Okay, half an avocado. Just that one there. I'll scoop it in. I'll scoop it in. Okay, we are waiting for the avocado. Shirley, what could you say about avocado? Have you used it in a smoothie before?
Try it.
I was at first thinking, avocado in a smoothie. But to be honest, you can't taste it. You can't taste it. Because it does give it a nice, creamy, rich type of taste. And it was the same with when I see the avocado mousses, chocolate mousse. And I thought, oh, but it tastes quite nice.
Did you make that one with
Alvin.
Alvin? Yeah, when we did the
It's
cooking
nice.
course. Yeah. Okay, I'm just waiting for my half avocado to come. Oh, he forgot all about it. Okay, that'll do, Edgar. Whatever you've got. Okay, But while he's doing that, we also have the blueberries. So it should be 2 cups of blueberries. I only have 1 cup. Oh, here we go. There's- Can you hold that? Thank you. Just look at what you see. So there's the avocado going in. The blueberries, yeah, like I said, I only had 1 cup of blueberries, so I'm also using some other berries, some strawberries, red currants. These have been pre-washed, but they're frozen. So the blueberries are going in. Oh, this is looking kind of full. Not much space for much more in here. Maybe I should have used the taller one. I'll have to take some of the blueberries out, but it's not all going to fit. Okay. And then I've got some currants, some red currants. That's it. So that's supposed to be the equivalent of 2, but I need a taller blender. And then I'm going to add some flaxseed. That's ground flaxseed. That's 1 tablespoon of flaxseed. And almond butter. That's supposed to be a tablespoon as well. So I'll just put in a big teaspoon, really well heat. It's nice and thick and gooey. That's going to have a nice flavour, that one. And oh, and then the last ingredient is going to be the cinnamon. So that's half a teaspoon. I'll just shake a bit in there. That would do. And then you blend that all together. I just need to get that off there. That would do. And then that will soon be ready. The milk's already in there. Sure. It is in there. It is in there. And then here we go from the blender. Hopefully. And as you can see, we've got a nice red, so you can't see the green from the avocado, otherwise it would look very greeny browny. We have a nice red smoothie, very quick. I'll just blend it a little bit longer and I'll show you in 2 ticks when I've got a nice glass to pour it into. So that is your banana, blueberry, and avocado smoothie. I'll show you it in a bit. Pardon? And so, Shirley, we are just going to quickly flick over to you as I change the slides. Not to your presentation yet. We're just going to change to the next bit in the slides. Okay.
Sorry, everyone. The baby is calling. So I had to take her out of the room.
Okay, sure.
I want to swap over to you now. Is it okay?
Okay, can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you, Sharon.
Okay, can you hear me now?
We can hear you.
Okay, that's good. You just need to turn that one off. Right then, so we oh, that was the practical demo. Okay, so we've said a lot about sorry, I'm just getting a bit of an echo here. Can you mute that one? Yeah, we've said a lot about Kefin Lee, and I know that there's some of you on here that have never heard of Kefin Lee or never been to our health retreat. So we have the 3rd one coming up. It's our UK Health Conference, and It does say on here, book as soon as possible to avoid disappointment. We did have an early bird special. That was if you'd have booked it before the 31st of December, you would have had last year prices. The prices are still good. So we're going to renew the slide without the early bird special on there, but the spaces are going. So definitely, if you wish to come, the deposit is affordable, a £50 deposit, and it's for a whole week in August when the weather's going to be nice and sunny again. And we will look forward to sharing some time with you, teaching, preaching, and healing with some amazing speakers, something that you don't want to miss. And you can just go on the Try Booking website to book and secure your place. Anything else that you want to say about Kef and Lee, Shirlene?
No, Sharon.
Okay, that's fine. We do have a video which we have shared on the various platforms, and it's also there on our website. So feel free to go along and you will be able to catch up with the promo video. If you're wondering what it's all about, there's some live footage from last year, and you'll be able to see a bit more that might, make you want to say, you know what, I don't want to miss out on this. So we have almost come to the bit where we're going to share Shirlene's demo, if she's ready. Are you ready, Shirlene?
I am ready, and I was there setting up, and said to myself, I said to Jasmine, wait a minute, I need to do a presentation first. So I am going to share my screen. And then we'll go through with the demo. Okay, so we're talking about mental health this time of year, and it's just a quick few slides before we do the demo, and how the stomach can influence our brain, our mind. So the question is, can this, which is the stomach, influence this, which is the brain? And I'm sure all of you will be able to tell me yes. It can affect what goes on within our stomach, can affect how we act or respond to situations. Sometimes something so small can be so big to yourself, because it depends on how your brain or your mind. So all disease begins in the gut. I'm not sure if anyone believes that or don't believe that. Does anyone believe that all disease begins in the gut?
Yes.
Yes. So, oops. So I'm just going to read a statement from Review and Herald, July 12th, and how, because we've had this message hundreds of years ago, and the world is catching up now to show how what we eat can affect our mind. So in connection with the injunction of Peter that we are to add to temperance patience, I referred in an address to the blessings of health reform and the advantages to be gained by the use of proper combinations of simple, and I put that in bold, simple, because sometimes we can do things just where it's just too much, and then it just causes too much confusion. But just simple, nourishing foods. The close relationship that eating and drinking sustained to the state of one's mind and temper was dwelt upon. We cannot afford to develop a bad temper through wrong habits of living. We can't afford to develop a bad temper through the way that our habits of living. So a nice little picture here. Good food, when we eat right, we have good mood. And I know if I eat rubbish, my mood is not good. And then I have headache and all sorts of issues. And I know it's because of the food that I've just eaten has had that effect on me. So good food equals good mood. So here are some foods to help boost our brain health, because this is what we need, especially January month. As I mentioned earlier, it's a long dragging month for some people. you probably got paid early, and then you have to wait like 5 weeks before you get paid again. You have bills to pay and so forth. So it can be a stressful time as well during this time of year. So what foods can we eat to boost our brain health? So our brains function best when we eat a nutritious and a balanced diet. High quality foods that contain fatty acids, antioxidants, vitamins, and minerals nourish the brain and protect it from oxidative stress. The waste produced when the body uses oxygen, which can damage brain cells. So these are the foods. Olive oil. It's packed with good fats and phytonutrients that support your cognitive function and overall health, making it a staple in the kitchen of anyone looking to improve brain health. And I know there is a nice olive oil from Pastor Sam's farm. So yeah, olive oil is really good when it comes to our brain health. Blueberries, or berries in general. Blueberries contain a compound that has both anti-inflammatory and antioxidant effects. Then we've got tomatoes, so contain a powerful antioxidant known as lycopene. Lycopene protects the brain cells against radical damage. Water, just simple water. Stay hydrated. It's commonly recommended that you drink 8 ounces glasses of water per day. It also keeps cells active and balances chemical processes in the brain just by being hydrated. Turmeric also contains a chemical known as curcumin, which is a natural and powerful anti-inflammatory agent. Turmeric is also an antioxidant that can help maintain a healthy immune system. Then we have broccoli, which has vitamin K, and this is an essential brain food known to enhance the cognitive functioning of the brain and improve the brain power. Broccoli is a primary source of this vitamin. Pumpkin seeds supply the brain with zinc, which is an essential brain booster mineral and improves thinking skills. Then we have dark chocolate. So you have like cacao, you can even use carob, but they're very healthy. They seem to be good for the brain. They may encourage neuron and blood vessel growth in parts of the brain involved in memory and learning. And they may also stimulate blood flow in the brain. Then you have walnuts. This is rich in alpha linolenic acid and a plant-based omega-3 fatty acid. Both omega-3 fatty acids and polyphenols are considered critical brain foods that may counteract oxidative stress and inflammation, which are advised as 2 drivers of cognitive decline. I don't know if you can hear the baby, but if you do, I'm sorry. And then we have dates. This is rich in vitamins and minerals, including potassium, magnesium, vitamin B6, and fiber. These nutrients play a crucial role in supporting brain health and mood regulation. So today I'm actually going to make date balls. That's what I'm going to make today. So we're going to have all our antioxidants and our omega-3s in there with the dates and the nuts and the seeds. But before we do that, I'm just going to talk about our gut health. So the incredible complexity of the gut and its importance to our overall health is a topic of increasing research in the medical community. Numerous studies in the past 2 decades have demonstrated the link between gut health and immune system, mood, mental health, autoimmune diseases, endocrine disorders, skin conditions, and cancer. Gut health refers to the balance of microorganisms that live in the digestive tract. Looking after the health of the gut and maintaining the right balance of these microorganisms is vital for physical and mental health, immunity, and more. So the things that we can do to increase our gut health is to lower our stress levels. It's easy said than done, I'm sure, when it comes to when someone says don't stress. But sometimes it's probably easy for them to say, but it's you that's having to live whatever circumstances you're finding yourself in. But try and lower your stress levels, walking, getting a massage, spending time with friends and family, diffusing essential oils, laughing, exercise, or having a pet if you like pets. You can have a pet. Get enough sleep. So some research has shown that gut health can play a role in how well someone sleeps, and sleep can affect how well the digestive system functions. alter your diet. So reducing the amount of processed foods, the high sugar, the high fat foods that you eat, and eat more that can contribute to better gut health. That will give you all those good bacteria, which is the prebiotics, probiotics. So adding a prebiotic or probiotic supplement to your diet, or adding the following foods can help, such as garlic and legumes, beans, peas, oats, berries, and then you got fermented foods like sauerkraut, and you have kefir and miso. So these are things that we can do to keep our gut healthy. And in order to keep, and us doing that, keeping our gut healthy, we're keeping our brain healthy. So let's make some date balls. So just going to swap over. I'm going to stop sharing my screen. Okay, you ready? I'm gonna keep that on. No, take that, leave that off. Sharon, can you still hear me okay?
Yeah, that's fine.
Okay.
And well done for the slick changeover.
So let me prepare these date balls now so you can see me okay. So what I've done, I've soaked, how many? 12 dates. So they're nice and soft now. Let me just get a spoon. So I've actually measured these out already. So those are 12 dates. And then these are the nuts. So in here, I have walnuts, pistachio, and almonds. I've actually got flaked almonds. So I'm going to place that in the blender as well, in my food processor. And then I'm going to add, this all I need spoon. I just need to do a pinch of salt. Thank you. So I'm just going to do a pinch of salt. So I'm going to see how far that goes. That's about a pinch. And then what I'm going to do, I'm going to add some people may call it, I'm going to add some cinnamon, true cinnamon into it, just to give it that spice. But cinnamon is actually good for learning and for your memory. So I'm going to add just a little, maybe about a quarter, so less than a teaspoon in there. And then some people may add a sweetener. They might add maple syrup. It's up to you, but dates, it's already sweet, so you don't really need to add it in. Now I'm going to switch on my food processor. And the thing is, if it gets dry, then you can just add a little bit of water. If it does get dry, but if not, then it should be fine. Just in case. Okay. Okay, so let's turn it on. So nice. Now, one thing about me and dates, we're not really friends. I don't really like the taste of dates, but I know dates is very good for you. So I will eat it because it's good for me. I need to add some water. It's a little bit of water, or you can add the sweetener if you want to. But it's just to make it moist, because what I did is I emptied the date water when it was soaking in already. But to be honest, if you like it chewy like this, you can have it like this as well. So it's like a nice little, I wouldn't say snack, because I know you're not supposed to snack in between meals, but it's an addition to whether it's your breakfast or like a nice dessert on the side. Thank you, Sharon. That should be fine. You see, Jasmine? You see? Jasmine's my little helper. Yeah, this should be fine. So then what you're going to do, you're going to roll it into balls. You're going to roll it into balls, and then you're going to roll it in some coconut if you want to. If not, you don't have to. But one thing I like to chew, yeah, I like to have a little bit of crunch when I'm eating things. So this will go in the coconut, and then there you go. And then what you're going to do, you're going to put this in the fridge for about an hour. And one thing about dates is that dates tend to get firm, so it will firm up in the fridge. And then you can eat it and share with your family and friends and boost their brain health as well. So what I'll do, I'm probably gonna let Jasmine finish this off. Okay. And then we're done. So that's the date ball. There we go. You see it? There we go. So that's your date balls. Right, Sharon. I don't know if there's any questions, but could you just so I can wash my hands, please? I'm not sure if there's any questions for me. Anybody?
Hey, can you hear me?
I can hear you, Sharon.
There's no echo?
No.
Okay, that's fine. Okay, yeah, thank you. So, is there any questions? Does any questions for Shirley as she washes her hands? Because they can be quite sticky with all the dates and the other ingredients on there. The date ball looks delicious. Yes, Joan, I'm sure they are. I've made date balls before, not with this recipe, and they were very nice. While she's doing that, though, I do have the drink that I made earlier. So sometimes I like to present it in a nice glass because it's special. It's like a special treat, and it is quite thick. So as I said before, if you wanted to make it thinner, you can add some more milk. And so I will taste it live on the show. I'm not going to have too much because this isn't my meal. And as Shirley said, we're not to snack. That is good. And even with the bananas that weren't super ripe, they were ripe, but they weren't like, really spotty bananas. So this is really good. This could go down with the date balls really nice as a meal. So you'd have the smoothie and the date balls, and it's going to be super mood boosting, a super mood boosting meal. So if you do make it, you can post the pictures of the smoothie and the date balls on our different social media groups and share with us how the family enjoyed it, because I'm sure they will. I'm sure they will. Well, I've got to have one more spoon though. True temperance. That's not a lot, is it? It's just a little amount. So yeah. So let's see what's in the chat. We can see. Shall I look on my phone or look on here? There we go. So this says, oh, quite a few comments here. Just need to make this a bit bigger. Right, so, oh, that's talking about resolutions. Let's move on. Shanti made a video on making a smoothie last year. I think I saw it, Shanti. Thank you for the yummy smoothie recipe, Sharon. You are welcome, Sonia. Indeed, Sonia, the date balls look delicious. And Sonia says, Shirley, that food processor. Okay, thumbs up to that. The date balls look yummy. Thanks for this recipe as well. And yes, there's nutrients galore in both. There certainly is. Roll date balls. Yep, that's what I was talking about this with Shirley yesterday. Roll the date balls in carob powder too? Question mark, question mark. So maybe that's a question then, Shirley. What did you roll the date balls in, and could you use carob powder?
Yeah, you can. I rolled it in coconut, but you can roll it in carob powder. You can probably make a carob syrup and then roll it in and then chill it and see how that works. I've never tried it like that, but you can just roll it in the powder.
Yeah, I've done it with orange. and dates and the carob powder, or it was a cocoa powder rather, and made that into balls and then rolled it in the coconut. So you had the cocoa powder with the coconut around it. So the cocoa powder was actually, or the carob powder was actually in the date balls with the
Well,
orange.
they're like truffles, don't they?
Pardon? Yeah, it was.
Like truffle.
Yeah, it was like truffles. I mean, some people like their Ferrero Rochers. Well, this is even better for you, a lot better for you. And you only need a little bit. A little goes a long way. So if you've got like an event going to, I don't know, like a works party or a ladies' night or ladies' night in, and they're doing food and they're looking for desserts, this is a simple, easy to make and healthy dessert that you can bring along and share the benefits with your friends. Yeah, they do look good, Charlene. You live too far, man.
No, you wait, no.
It's okay. We can. No, I said you live too far. Yeah, that looks good. That looks good. I'm sure there's enough for everybody in your household.
1 minute, Sharon, because Janine says that is it okay now, Janine?
Yeah, it's fine now.
Okay, thank you. Because it was still on Spotlight.
Oh, should have I stopped the spotlight?
No, I just did.
Okay, yeah.
But yeah, it's all done.
Thank you, Roy. Sonia, you're funny. Royal Melt. For those of you who are on YouTube, she's put Royal Melt is an alternative, Sharon. I don't think it's gonna be quite ball shaped by the time they get to me. Maybe I'd have to do it via Amazon or something. get there quicker.
Yeah.
But no, I can always just nip round to her house. She's not that far. She's not that far. So yeah, so thank you. So are there any questions about any of the demos that we've done, or is there anybody that would like to share something? If not, I'll go back to the sharing the screen to finish up today's presentation. Okay, I don't know if there's anything on YouTube, if anybody's been, Janine, have you been able to see if there's any comments on YouTube?
I can go on there now.
Yes, please. Right, whilst you're doing that. Okay, so those were dates that Shirlene's done with us, lovely date balls. And they are very, very yummy, but you don't need a lot, which is good because it's temperance. Okay. So we'll move on quickly. So there you go. We have our website. These recipes may appear on the website. Someone was asking me if I can send them a direct message of the smoothie recipe. I will do that if you stay on before, stay on when we've come off Zoom. Sorry, when we've come off YouTube rather, and I'll send that to you. Okay. So yes, and if you go to www.ttinternational.org, you will be able to find our website with challenges, recipes, information about Kef and Lee, information about us, different, quite a few recipes on there actually, and things about essential oils and possibly some other ministries as well. We know there's Manor House are doing things up, definitely they're advertising now for people to come along to the retreats, and you may see that on the website as well as detox programs with Louise. Stay in touch with us on our social media. We have the Facebook, which I did mention earlier. That's where our challenge is. We'll be doing weekly newsletters on Facebook, and we have our Instagram account, True Temperance. And then we also have our Telegram groups. So this is where you can stay in touch with us in the week. You can send us questions. There's a big community out there. So there's the Women's Wellness Telegram group, the Men's Wellness Telegram group, and the Spiritual Health. There are some WhatsApp groups which still exist in those three formats as well. And we do get regular posts on there, especially in the Spiritual Health group. That's very lively with regular devotions. And those also appear in the Telegram groups from time to time. We also have the Remnant Connection Book Club. This is ongoing. It's with Chris, who's part of the TTI team, Chris Higgins, and he leads out for the book club, which they're currently going through great controversy. It's a big book with power-packed with so much truths in there. For the times that we're living in, we need to be aware of what's going on and the changes we need to make in our life to make them more in line with God's ideal. So if you go on to one of to the spiritual health, you will see the links posted every time there's a new Zoom session on the book club. You get the information with the Zoom link on there. And I think that might be the last slide. Yes, it is. So we'll just, for those of you who came on late, just to remind you, next time on the Family Health Show, which is going to be the 3rd of February. So we're just doing these one a month, unless we're doing the occasional special, which again, we will put the posters out there. So next month on the Family Health Show, we have Scott Turner rounding up our winter wellness season, and he will be speaking on herbs that help us with our moods. And feel free to share the poster when it comes up with your family and your friends. And if there's anything that you've missed, we do have our YouTube channel. And just checking if there's anything else that we've missed on there. No, we haven't. So having said that, I can stop the share and see if there's any questions. Janine, was there anything on YouTube?
No, there weren't any comments on YouTube.
Okay, thank you so much. And is there anything extra that you could help you'd like to share with us? I know this is on the spot, Janine, and I know I didn't ask you, and I could have asked you in church earlier. But is there anything that comes to mind based on the presentation, the most recent one that you did, that's going to be beneficial to our listeners in terms of mental wellness at this time of the year?
To be fair, I think both yourself and Shirlene have covered it all. I think nutrition, we don't really understand sometimes how important our nutrition is. So just trying to make those steps, every day. Exercise, sleep. I think you guys have really covered it all, if I'm honest.
Okay, thank you, Janine. And so, and as she did mention, we do have the 8 health laws. So that's the good nutrition, which we focused on quite a bit, as well as exercise, water. Shirlene, I think you covered that as well. Temperance, air, fresh air, going out, getting the fresh air, rest, and trust in God. So remember, the challenge for this week is something water related. Yep, it's that contrast shower, even in these cold weathers. Okay, so I'm going to do it, and I'll let you know how I get on, and I want you to do it too. Okay. And that's all I have to say. So does anybody else have anything they would like to share? Anything they want to do in terms of the new year, new you, any other challenges you want to set? And watch out, we will be setting challenges every month. So has anybody done a challenge, done something, and they've thought, you know what? I'm going to make this long term. It could be a Bible reading challenge to help with the spiritual health. It could be walking more. Vitamin D, getting vitamin D supplements because it's cold and dark at this time of the year. Nobody? Okay, everyone's gone shy. All right, well, thank you so much for tuning in today. We appreciate your company. We had a lot more interaction at the beginning, so thank you again for those of you who was interacting with us at the beginning, and those of you who have messaged us in the chat and will continue to stay in tune with us. So we look forward to a great year ahead. We have some speakers lined up, even who are listening now. Some of the listeners will be our speakers in the future. As Shirlene said, hopefully in March we'll have Joan Cornwall, and there will be others. So we will be in touch with you. Don't worry, we'll be there. We'll be there. Shirlene, so it's a goodbye from me, a goodbye from Edgar, my assistant.
Bye.
Thank you.
Bye, everyone.
Bye-bye, Charlene. And Jasmine, if you're there, you can say goodbye.
Say goodbye.
Bye.
I don't know if you heard that faint. Bye.
We heard her. Thank you for your help in the background, Jasmine. You've been a trooper. And at this point, we will say goodbye to those of you on. Get it right.
YouTube.
On YouTube,
Family.
the YouTube family. Thank you for
Take care.
joining us.
Thank you for the presentations and goodbye. God bless.
Thank you,
Thank you,
thank
Audrey.
you, Audrey. Take care.
Audrey, can you message me because I need to contact you. So just
Yeah.
drop me a quick message and I want to contact you. Okay.
I will.
Thank you.
Bye-bye.
Thank you. Bye. Bye.
Bye, Simi.
Bye all.
Bye.
Bye. Is that Mark?